for their services. We dedicated a new road project in Muskogee County, some 13 miles, that was much needed in that part of the Cherokee Nation. The water project at Sequoia High School, I noticed they were flooding the road, so I guess they've got the pipe in and they're cleaning the lines out now, and it was a great partnership between the city of Tahlequah and the Cherokee Nation to provide good, safe, sanitary with fire protection at Sequoia High School. Our own Deputy Chief was awarded the 2015 Distinguished Service Award by the Disabled American Veterans of Oklahoma. All are invited to the August 14th inauguration and swearing in of the new council people at Sequoia High School, the place that they play, at 10:30 a.m. on August 14th. So we look forward to seeing everybody there. At this point, we come to the part of the program that we remember the Cherokees that were with us last month and that have passed on. Start off with Perry Wheeler, former Deputy Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation from Sallisaw. Michelle Johnson of Sallisaw, Crystal Collins of Stillwell, Helen Elizabeth Collins of Ramona, Thomas Kennedy of Sallisaw, Wayne Fry of Nowata, Johnson Teehee of Sallisaw, Carol Lindsay of Broken Arrow, Sean Brumback of Tahlequah, Jeff Gonzalez of Stillwell, Ruby Hilburn of Veneta, Dana Buckhorn of Tahlequah, Myrtle Lechner of Tahlequah, Julie Mouse of Tahlequah, William Sparks of Tahlequah, William Adkins of Coweta, Lorna Brooks of Sallisaw, Loris Berger of Claremore, Johnny Chukulate of Tahlequah, Jerry Clompton of Fort Gibson, Levi Dargery of Stillwell, Amanda Liefield of Chelsea, Betty Martin of Miami, Mildred Rigsby of Tahlequah, Velma Zachary of Vian, and Pamela Zinnick of Claremore. Are there others that are not on the list?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Chief, I don't know if I did this last month, but I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Eugene Summerfield, Paul Roberts from Grove, Gary Bryan of J, Carol Hamby of J, and Maddie Weiss of J.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Colonel Donald Ray Hedgepath of Claremore and Betty Smith of Claremore.
Okay.
Linda Streeter of Veneta, and she's a mother of Paul the Butcher, who is the head of our Veneta Cherokee Association.
Jiggs Davis of Sallisaw.
Joel McNeil, District 1.
We can have a moment of silence, please. Oh, I'm sorry.
Steve Clinton of Stillwell, Trudy Wilson. She's originally from Stillwell. I'm not sure where she was living, but Lucy Wilson.
Yeah. McAllister, I think. Okay. Moment of silence, please. Wodo, God bless each and every one of you. God bless the Cherokee Nation.
Next, we'll have the Deputy Principal Chief, S. Joe Crediton, will come up and do our Warrior Awards for the veterans.
Deputy Speaker, Honorable Council, guests, and staff members here, we have two veterans tonight to honor for their service to this country with a Warrior Award. Councilman Snell, would you come and help us with this presentation, please? Our first veteran tonight is a gentleman named Leon Ryan Blackfox. Leon, would you come down, sir? Leon Ryan Blackfox joined the U.S. Army after graduating from Little Kansas High School in 1995. He went to basic training at Fort Sill and trained in marksmanship and grenade usage. He attended Advanced Individual Training School in Mississippi to be a combat engineer with the 51 Bravo Navy Seabees. He was stationed at Fort Kobe in Panama with the 536th Combat Engineers, later renamed the 518th Combat Heavy Engineers. He and his unit deployed numerous times to places like Haiti, Guam, Ecuador, and Peru. His team received joint readiness training at Fort Polk and returned to Panama, where they were involved with many nation-building projects within the country. Leon was discharged in 1999 as an E4. He received numerous awards during his service, including the Army Achievement Medal, Army Superior Unit Award, National Defense Service Medal, Army Service Ribbon, and Operation Iraqi Freedom Service Award. And Leon, I want to thank you, sir, for your service to this country.
You can actually put that one on your uniform. Thank you. He's got a couple of brothers he wants down here to have photos with him. And a girlfriend. And we'll let her slide in right here.
Can you get us?
Yep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Would you like to say anything?
It's when I joined the military. You know, I grew up in the elite Cherokee Ford community, and it was a big difference to me. But you know, meeting a lot of people that had never been around Native Americans. You know, and then I'm glad I got to share a lot of my experiences and stuff and teach them about who we are. So, yes, thank you.
And if Councilman Dick Lay would come down, we have another veteran with us this evening. And his name is Jimmy Dick Heath. Jimmy, would you come down? Mr. Heath enlisted in the U.S. Navy in January of 1965 after graduating from Nowata High School in Oklahoma. He attended boot camp in San Diego, California, and was assigned to the Sink Pack Fleet at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Then he was assigned to the USS Burton Island, a Navy icebreaker stationed out of Seattle. The USS Burton traveled to the South Pole to break ice and clear channels 20 miles long and 1 mile wide. This allowed the oil carrier ships to travel and deliver oil to their destination. In 1996, Jimmy Heath's ship, the USS Burton, joined the sister ships, the USS Staten Island, I believe it is, and the USS Glacier, to make a historical voyage to the North Pole. The ships traveled past Point Barrow, Alaska, to the most northern part of the world. Their mission was to clear a shipping channel for oil-tanking ships. In '67, Jimmy was stationed aboard the USS Dixie supply ship. He completed 2 Westpac tours. His stops included Japan, Taiwan, Okinawa, Hong Kong, and the Philippines. The crew was known as the Blue Water Veterans. Jimmy completed 4 years of service in the U.S. Navy, and in '69 he was honorably discharged. He then returned to Oklahoma. And Jimmy, I want to thank you, sir, for your service to this country.
you guys recognize this, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Next, we'll go right into our unfinished business, which we have none pending, and then we'll go into committee reports. And first is the Housing Authority, Mr. Gary Cooper.
Deputy Speaker, Madam Speaker, members of the council, good evening. I know you had a long couple of days with all of your meetings, and I reported to you yesterday, so I'll try to keep it brief this evening. It's hard to believe that's already July and school's just right around the corner. We started accepting applications for the college housing program on Monday, and we'll continue to accept those through 5 o'clock next Friday, August 7th. Just as a quick reminder, that is a NAHASTA-funded program. So there are a few guidelines, including income guidelines. Students' home address must be within the Cherokee Nation, however they can attend school anywhere, and just a few other things. Applications are available online on our website at hacn.org. There's also a direct link to it from the Cherokee Nation website, and we also have staff in all of our offices that have been busy helping students complete their applications, get their paperwork turned in, and also just answer any general questions that the students might have. At our Board of Commissioners meeting this month, the two commissioners that you just confirmed took their oaths of offices for their new terms. Thank you all for that. Our next Housing Authority Board of Commissioners meeting will be Tuesday, August 18th at 5:30 in our offices here in Tahlequah. On the national front, we are set up to hopefully finalize regulations that we've been working on for publication as part of our negotiated rulemaking committee here in just a couple weeks in August. Looking forward to that, and hopefully we will be able to get that task accomplished and behind us. It also looks like we are really, really close to seeing movement on the HOSTA reauthorization this fall. Senate Committee on Banking is expected to discharge S-710, which is the Senate reauthorization bill, on Tuesday. And if they're not able to get that through the Senate before the Senate goes out on recess, we expect that whenever they come back from their summer recess, that they'll be able to get that done. They'll also have a long, busy time whenever they get back, because I think there's about 12 legislative days to handle spending bills. NAHASTA is one of those. We don't expect any big windfalls in either version of the bill that's passed, which is okay because the funding levels are remaining the same. So that's still an okay thing. We can live with that just as long as there's no cuts. This fall, we are looking forward to seeing the NOFA for the HUD-VASH program for Indian Country. That's expected to come out sometime this fall. HUD has been working on that. The Housing Authority continues to provide housing assistance to more than 6,000 families each and every month. I think that's something that all of us can take great pride in. That assistance includes all of our federally funded programs, both our rental apartments and our rental homes, our rental assistance program, our new home construction program, and also includes the Community Shield Insurance program that we offer in conjunction with Amaran Risk Management. I promised to keep my report short this evening, so that does conclude my report. I do want to mention that due to negotiated rulemaking, I won't be here for your next month's meeting. So for all of you that will be stepping down, I want to wish you all the best on your future endeavors, and if there's anything that I can do to be of assistance to you in the future, let me know. For the council members that are remaining and the new council members that are coming on board, we look forward to working with you on the housing front with the new council. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions that any of you might have.
Thank you for that great report.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go right into the Cherokee Nation businesses, and Mr. Chuck Garrett will be reporting tonight.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, Madam Speaker, Council. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening, especially because I come bearing good news. month of May was a good one for Cherokee Nation businesses. C&B had a consolidated revenue of almost $83 million in May. This represented a positive variance to budget of approximately $4.4 million. This $83 million in revenue, of the $83 million in revenue, C&E accounted for approximately 68% of that, which equaled a total of $57 million. Net income for C&B on a consolidated basis was $12.7 million, which was consistent with budget and exceeded the prior year by $2.6 million. In terms of employment and creating employment opportunities for Cherokee citizens, C&B employed 4,696 full-time and part-time employees during May. We employed an additional 1,602 employees as a contract or temporary employee. Of the 4,700 full-time and part-time employees, 74% were Cherokee, and almost 82% were Native. So we're very proud of those numbers. They continue to grow, and we continue to put a lot of effort and focus on that. In addition to the dividend, monthly contribution to the nation financially, there was an additional $310,000, which represented retail sales contributions to the tribe, as well as liquor excise tax in the amount of $22,000. So total for both of those line items were just north of $330,000 for the month. Proud of that. A few items that are worth mentioning and events that are going on that you may want to work into your schedule. We have the Cherokee Casino and Hotel in West Siloam Springs is hosting its annual Blast to the Past Car and Truck Show on August 15th. This is the 10th year for that event, which has turned into quite a one of the region's largest shows. There are a number of categories. You can register your cars, and a lot of fun will be had there. The 6th episode of OCO, Voices of the Cherokee People, currently features the Removal bike ride, which was, I've seen it, it's very moving. I'm sure many of you have already seen it as well. It really is a wonderful overview of what these fine kids have done, and it's really impressive. Saturday at 6:30, you could watch that on KJRH, or Sunday mornings at 9 on KTUL. It's also on Rogers State University TV, as well as KOAM and KSN in the Joplin area. We hosted the grand opening for the new Roland Casino earlier this month, and we had a great turnout, and more importantly, I think our guests and customers have really responded well to the facility. It's beautiful, and I know most of you have been down there, and it's something to be proud of. The hotel, the parking structure are continuing construction right now, and we anticipate them being completed in November. So we have advanced to the demolition of the old facility so that we can enhance the view and access to the new casino and hotel, and it's really something to be proud of, and I think will be a tremendous asset to Cherokee Nation businesses and the Cherokee Nation. So we're quite proud of that and look forward to reporting good numbers from there next month. Madam Deputy, that concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Garrett? All right, thank you for that wonderful report. You're doing a great job. We're continuing to bring the money in.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
In old business, we have none pending. In new business, we go right into rules. And Victoria, will you take that first one, please?
Yes.
Yes. I was going to do that with the executive and finance? Or should we go into it right now? Okay, go ahead. Make a motion to amend the agenda. To add these.
I need to make a motion to amend the agenda to add items 5 and 6 out of Executive and Finance Committee today.
Second.
Councilwoman Taylor, you want to go ahead with those?
Can you do 5 and 6 first?
Uh-huh.
We'll just go ahead and call for a vote. Yeah. We'll just add it as 5 and 6.
Okay, we'll just add it as 5 and 6. Okay.
We'll just take a vote to amend the agenda.
How many are in favor of amending the agenda to add these 2 items? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, those 2 have been added. Okay, Victoria, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. This is a resolution confirming the nomination of Lauren Jones to the Cherokee Phoenix Editorial Board. And Lauren could not be here tonight, but she was here in committee last month and was extensively vetted and passed with flying colors, I'm sure. So I put this in form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed to her?
Aye.
Get that, Ms. Shelley, who's opposed? 1 opposed? Okay. 2? 1? Okay.
This one.
All right.
You ready?
We're ready for the next
All
one.
right. This is a resolution confirming the nomination of Luca E. Madison as a governing board member of the Cherokee Nation Comprehensive Care Agency, PACE. And is Luca here? There. Good. Thank you. I put this in form of a motion for her acceptance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Does anyone have any questions for her? All right. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Welcome. Thank you, Luca. Next is Executive and Finance Committee. Frankie, you want to take the next one?
Yes, this is a resolution authorizing the Cherokee Nation to donate air conditioning units to the Adair County Fair Board in Adair County, Oklahoma. Put that in form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, it passes. Next is Ms. Taylor. Will you take the next one?
This is an act amending Legislative Act 2514, authorizing the comprehensive operating budget for fiscal year 2015. It's modification 10, and I move for its approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Next, we've got the 2 new items on here, and Ms. Taylor, you want to take those?
Okay. Number 5 is an act amending the legislative comprehensive capital budget for fiscal year 2015, Mod 3, and I move for its approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. The next one.
Okay, and the last one is Legislative Act 2514, authorizing the comprehensive operating budget for fiscal year 2015, modification 11, and I move for its approval.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, do we have any announcements? The next Tribal Council meeting will be on Monday, August the 10th. Do we have a motion for adjournment? All in favor of adjournment, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned, and thank you very much.